Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Cage of Shadows, episode 4 of Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong. Right, we're gonna get some exact time. This is right where we left it. And ooh. Interesting. Very Blade Runner-esque. Love it. Hey, that was a nice little cinematic. That was very Blade Runner-esque. A bit Mass Effect-y in there as well from the first Mass Effect. Maybe that's one of the sketchy images. I like it. Right, the dream is suffocating. The shifting tunnel of glass and steel, the towering silhouette of dark majesty, the shadowy doorway, and the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. You open your eyes to Duncan looming over you. He shakes your shoulder roughly. Alex! Come on, Alex, wake up. We've got to go talk to Kindly. The others already left. That was one rough night. He lets go your shoulders, cocks a thumb at the hatch. We've got to go. I've been trying to wake you for a while. You were thrashing around in your sleep. Glad you did. I'm on hell of a nightmare. He reaches up and rubs the back of his neck. Yeah, I didn't sleep well either. I had a bad dream last night too. What about? He shrugs. I never remember my dreams that well. It was probably motion sickness, not used to sleeping on a boat. I woke up a little while ago and hit the head. Then I came and woke you. You doing okay? I'll survive. His fingers hit a knot. He winces. But man, nothing's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I'll tell you something though, and this is after a fortnight's sleep. I don't believe Ray's dead. What makes you say that? Think about it. That statement from the cops on the newscast could be fake. Ours was. The surveillance footage, we never saw Raymond get shot. The camera was hit by stray gunfire. His passion is intense but contained, focused. Raymond's alive. I know it. Okay, so what do you want to do now? I don't know. Wait for a lead to up, I guess. He smiles. His teeth are white and straight and perfect. For a street kid, that's impressive. I'm just a muscle member. You're the brains of this outfit, just like when we were kids. Haha, hell yeah. God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again, squatting on a stinking trawler. My partner's gone, Raymond's gone, hell, I'm gone. I don't even have a name anymore. Now I can't even sleep and hide from it all without having a nightmare. His jaws tighten and his teeth grind so loud you can hear it. What else is going to be taken away from me? Besides that piercing you got. No, it's time for us to turn the tables. Do some taking of our own. Yeah, I'm a badass. Always head cocks. He's got the scent of something. I've heard that tone before. What are you talking about, Alex? Don't be dense, Duncan. That old woman is setting us up. Yeah, it feels that way to me too, but setting us up for what? What are you thinking? I like this conversation. What are you thinking? That a little jaunt into the walled city was just a favour? He crossed his arms, considering. It was a test. The tried woman was testing us. Shadowrunners. Oh man, I have to think about this. He shakes his head slowly. Let's outgrown. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be a cop. And I want a pony. Okay, then you get to keep your gun. That's something. And that was then. This is now. I'm gonna go for that one. He drops his hands to his hips and takes a couple of deep breaths. That's right. That's right. It's like Ray always said. Shut up, Duncan. Let Alex do the talking. When the winds of change blows, some people build walls, others build windmills. I love that top answer, but it's not the character that I want to be the Shadowrunner. I'm gonna be a bit zen-like. When the wind changes, some people build walls, others build windmills. He chuckles finally. Raymond never said that. It was our housekeeper, Miss Maloney. She had it tattooed on her back, right? How'd you see it? Don't mess with me, man. You know I've got anger management issues. He checks his watch. Goblet and Isabel left a while ago. Should get going too. See what that tried lady has to say. Yeah. Let's go down to the waterfront. Run! Speed run! Oh, they've actually... Ah, the animation's changed. So it actually looks like you're running fast, apart from Duncan, who's slow-boating it. Oh dear. Oh look. Kindly's stop shortening the name, harebrained schemes. You don't do that to a triad crime boss. I'm gonna say this every time you do this. Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place, a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of Kindly Chang. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles towards her, the loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. Lovely. An acetylene torch lies on the table at Cheng's right hand. Nasty. Kindly Cheng ignores the scene. She behaves as all right in the world. How do you sleep, my little ones? Like a baby, auntie. I'm still in the afterglow of our tour of the walled city. Fine, thanks. What's the guy on the floor? She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shitbird here is a plainclothes cop. He's stuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. She nods her head back towards the pillar of meat standing behind her. You can thank Mr. Bow for that. You nod at Strangler Bow. Bow inclines his head, 1/4 of an inch. Nice. She addresses the bloody man as he. Now, shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything, I swear. We just got the orders last night. He pushed his head towards you and Wu from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up? The old woman lifts her foot, taps her chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? Cop looks up at her. Looks around the room, filled with tried soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up, all the way up, is someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Chang spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the 8th generation. Give me the truth. The cop wears a spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madam, I swear. Whoever was it was labelled them as terrorists. We're to terminate with extreme prejudice. Kindly Cheng shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingertips into his scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The tried boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzzed out hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the Executive Council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill 2 nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? I call that some messed up shit. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There the megacorps control the government. Here the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call the shots, neat and efficient. Kindly Chen steps back from the cop and lights one of her thin black cigars. For the wage slaves and civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room, but not for us. The tried woman takes a long pull from the cigar and taps her ash on the kneeling cop's head. Ooh, nice. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Hio, shitbird? No one, ma'am. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one knows they're here. I swear it. She turns to him for Mr. Bow. Bow fiddles the PDA in his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bow. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bow produces a silenced pistol, fires it once at the policeman's head and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changed expression. Looks like tries can be just as efficient. I was wondering what we were going to do with him. Kindly Chen takes the dragon's cigar, indicates the body. He knew, my darlings, he knew. She balances the cigar on a shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles and begins playing with them absently. It's clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involved in the walled city, something having to do with prosperity. And the exec council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She slides her tiles one by one, click clack. Now they want you dead. You dead for it too. Clack. Click. The plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day too. She knocks a pile over and it clatters the table. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gunshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with triads who can take care of some of the more unsavoury business needs about town. You prove yourselves resourceful, and you have no existing connections here. That can be positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners. Rude grunts. His jaw tightens but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You are a safe harbour here in my town and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again. And while you dip your toe in the waters of corporate espionage, organised crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black. Where he's been, who he's talked to, who's stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. What's in it for you? Besides the money and the benefits of helping others in the community, I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then order the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. How would the arrangement work? I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of new yen very quickly. It's all very civilized. She leans in. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Chen will be your partner. Wu's hands go through his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little amused. Just like you said, Alex. Shadowrunners. Glad I had some time to think about it. Process. He grins the back of his neck. He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods. The decision's made. I'm in. What about you? I'm in too. I don't have anything back home anyway. There's good money in the shadows. It's about time I cashed in. I'm in until I can clear my name and get the hell out of Hong Kong. I'm going to find out who killed Ray. Someone's going to pay. I'm not that emotional idiot. Right. There's good money in the shadows. It's time I think it's time I cashed in. Greedy. Nah, I'm not too greedy. I'm going to be that. Didn't have anything there. He looks at you and lets that chuckle. Yeah, you might want to ask yourself why someday. Okay, I'm in. But this is a temporary situation for me. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it. So I run the shadows as long as Auntie Chen keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm going to find my father. She's standing right in front of us, dude. Show some respect. Kindly Chen, then it's done. Hito is now open to you. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business. Alex Coburn and Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need street names. Yeah, okay. I'll think of something. Goblet rubs her cheek against her rats. A glint in her eye. I think I've already got you covered, gun show. She turns to Isabel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was going to stick. Yeah, it's stuck. Goblet Isabel will handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say Nightjar. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. Why me? It's a simple process of elimination. She points at Little Decker. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. She moves her finger to the Orc girl. As for Goblet, let's just say Goblet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. And then she rests her finger on... And then that leaves Gun Show. She wiggles it. The jury's out on Mr. Gun Show. Meaning? Her response is direct, straightforward. Meaning there's a lot going on with that head of yours right now. I'm not sure I can trust you. Jury's out with me too. Duncan, your jury's out with me too. Duncan, you're a raw nerve and I'm going to have to keep my eye on you. Someone in charge become the best of the worst. Oh my sweet, don't put it that way. She opens her arms. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense. You're the right person for this, Alex. Okay then. I handle back in the Barrett's cage. Guess it's time I dusted it off. Wu shakes his head, eyebrow. It's gonna be weird calling you Cage again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Goblet looks from Isabel towards you. I guess this is our new crew. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the Shadows Cage. Finally! Episode 4, and we are now a Shadowrunner officially. Activate the mission computer. Okay, well, let's take a pause a moment. I like it. It's a long, drawn-out opening. We're into episode 4, and these are almost most of these are an hour long or close to these episodes. But that was a good opening. That feels kind of, yeah, that's good. Throwing away your part, working for the triads. That's good. And I like Kylie Chen as a fixer. That's a real characterful person. Paul Armitage in Dragonfall was okay, but I like Kylie Chen. She's a real fixer in my mind. She's a cold-hearted bitch, information broker, and criminal. That's awesome. Yeah, I really like that. That's oh, here we go. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon in the lower right corner will open the career advancement menu. Where the icon is highlighted, one or more members of companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of 2 possible combat skills for your runners. Choose wisely. Yeah, I really like that. That's yeah, it's so much slower than Dragonfall getting in, understanding who you're working with. But no, that feels good. I like being able to throw away your old life. I love how you have first name, surname, now street name. As an aside, that's what I was doing in my UGC, but I was doing it as a burned corp man. And you started as a burned corp exec, and you were having to get out of your corporate haven because they want to kill you. And I was having to find ways to narratively not use your real name, sort of sir, madam, just having to use those. You couldn't put anything down because the character's name was their street name. So having that now, being able to say, this is who I was, I've thrown it away, this is who I am now, yeah, that definitely gets a big tick in my box. Alright, crew advancement window. So, it looks like Goblet got up to level 2. So, what we got? So, territoriality. Goblet spends some more time at the firing range, increase her range combat skill and the SMG specialization. Spirits will never break away in the first 2 rounds after summoning them. Wow, that's kind of simple but good. Territoriality. Goblet's Rat Totem invocation does 99 damage to any hostile spirit. Whoa! It's going to be used on spirits. That's a delete spirit power. Goblet's Rat Totem invocation can steal control of spirits and some enemy shamans. Oh, interesting. Poison Fog, Acidic Fog doing AP damage as well as hate. Wow. Spiritualist. Shrine spirits summoned by Goblet are now present for an additional turn before dispelling themselves for a total of 3 rounds. Goblet gains a conjuring spell which sets 4 heavy cover barriers that last 3 rounds. Anyone that enters takes minus 14 HP. Goblet carries a Devil Rat, Spirit Fetish and a Sandal equipment. Haste. Goblet formulates a new version of the Haste spell that harnesses the latent wild magic of Hong Kong. Channel Haste increases the friendly target AP for 4 rounds. When cast, Goblet's accuracy is increased by 50%. Shares a cooldown with a haste, so it's haste free, so it's only 1 AP, but she gets to hit better with a gun as well. Spiritualist. Consume spirit. You can now consume spirits and imbue yourself with her power. Consuming spirit heals 20 HP, and her AP is increased by 1 during that time. Whoa! So instead of just deleting them, you can hurt them a little bit and gain HP. You can, oh bloody hell! I'm not sure what to do with Goblet, because I'd read the, one was going to be controlling spirits, one was going to be destroying spirits. That's what I thought her 2 lines were, but these are slightly different, and of course you can mix and match from both lines. That's territoriality, that's the spiritualist line, Do I really give a shit about her range combat when she's going to be the buff monkey of my team? So her job is to buff the team. I've never used a summoner. I'm going to make her a summoner because I've never used it as a player character because I don't like pets, but shall we try to make her a summoner, because she's going to be buffing the team with heal, with aim, with the haste spell. But beyond that, you know, in these first 3 episodes before this one, when doing combat, didn't use her SMG at all. So I'm going to make her a spiritualist. Augment spirit control. Confirm. Okay, right. Confirm. Are you sure you want to... Yep, confirm. Okay. Right. Next. Gun show. It's not Duncan, it's gun show. Right, his one was crowd control with AP damage or just damage. Lethal force. Duncan gains an assault rifle ability that fires a single shot of incendiary ammo. Additional 2 damage and pierces 2 armor. Crowd control. A rifle damages does 2 AP damage and bounces, making them easy to hit on subsequent attacks, but it cannot do critical damage. You know, burning fire projectiles sounds pretty sweet to me. What's going forward? Mercenary kill. Wow, 99% chance to hit enemies with less than 50% remaining. 2 damage. Extra 2 damage, so that's an execute. Nice. Subdue. It reduces his existing one. I don't know what it is. Nail grenade. Lovely. Or a modified flashbang. Large AoE. Full auto fire no longer has a no accuracy penalty, and or a shock pattern. Cyberware. Shy Away's magnet arm. That's interesting. Duncan has magnetic cyber allowing him to throw back incoming grenades. That's hilarious. Or he gets a gas grenade. Right, well, I think Duncan's going to go lethal force. Confirm all. Right, and lastly, our little Decker, which kind of I duplicate. Sabotage. Grenade launcher. Can now fire remote mines, which can be triggered to detonate at will. Bloody hell. Espionage. Alright, I'm not going to take her down the Decker route simply because I'm going to be doing the decking, so I'm pretty much going to stick to Sabotage route as a plan for Isabel when I have to use her. I don't intend to use that much once I get more crew members. Isabel gains a pistol ability that increases accuracy by 30% and critical chance by a small amount for 1 shot. Bloody hell. Espionage, mark target. Yeah. Sabotage, multi-weapon mini launcher. Now strips armor. Boost program. While sneaking in the Matrix. Sneaking in the Matrix. That sounds cool. This is why I want to be a Decker. I want to find some Matrix. I haven't got the Matrix yet. Bright light system. Cyber eye. Flashbulb sitting in the cyber eye, capable of temporarily blinding an opponent. Jolt alert system. If the user is brought into a stunned state, they will be jolted awake with 1 AP. Interesting. Sabotage napalm charges. Mini launchers now packed with flame grenades, igniting targets and doing... Isabel ejected in the Matrix, attacks on the physical body reduced. Nice. Right. Well, sabotage, because that grenade launcher is getting us some upgrades. Cool. Right. The crew is upgraded, everybody. Let's, I want to find some bloody gear, though. Reliable Matthew. That doesn't bode well. Smooth Jazz drifts some cheap speakers on his barge. A wide array of worn-down drones litter the battered deck. Most utility and domestic types, but a few, calling off from the others, are low-end security models. Talesman smiles indulgently at you. Tall, lanky human of clear Cantonese ancestry. He's wearing a cheap suit and limply clutching at a smelly cigalo. God knows what that word is. He adjusts his tie with exaggerated nonchalance. Languid, ostentatious, like an American casino promoter. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to our little floating haven. You've got a discerning look to you. What brings you to Reliable Matthew's Robot Bazaar? Taps Ash over a bulky cleaning drone beside him. Cup of tea time. That's better. Not waiting for an answer, he continues. Perhaps you're looking for a helicopter as a guide to Hong Kong, hexacopter, or a little handheld tarantula beauty to brew your tea. I'm interested in combat models. Reliable Matthew looks over his shoulder at the security drone, some heavily cannibalizing. He turns back to you with a nervous smile. Funny you should ask. I've just got an Doberman that I'm selling at incredible bargain prices. Shall we take a look? Yes, let's take a look at security drones, all of them. Oh, they've changed those pictures have changed. Smoker. No. Start off. Doberman. Hover drone. A drone day is a happy day. Goodbye, Matthew. Weirdo. Okay, so I know where the drone guy is. He's Jin. As you approach the small land, you see 3 men, 2 elders and a young man hunched over a go board. Pardon me. The juxtaposition of the 2 white-haired, white-bearded men and the black-haired man is almost comical. Together the 3 resemble the small black and white stones of their game. Despite the variety of ambient, oh my god, distractions, the 3 men remain actively focused on the game. One of the elders, a round-faced man with beatific smile, carefully picks up a black stone and places it on the board. His opponent snorts and a small smile flashes across his long face. Almost carelessly, he snatches a white stone and deposits it on the board. The smiling man groans, and the long-faced one proceeds to collect several black pieces off the board. Ah, you got me there, Jin. He laughs. Pleasant, full sound. As it trails off, he spots you watching the game. A broad smile. Well, hello there, young man. Something you need. The long-faced man gives you a curious look and continues to collect blackstone. Just a gawk, Shu. It's your turn. Got time for a question. I could use a short break. How about you, Jin? Jin sighs, shoulders slumping forward. After a moment of scowling, he reluctantly speaks. Fine, a short break. The 2 elders turn towards the younger man. He looks like in his early 30s, but it's difficult to tell. His skin on his face is smooth and supple, with only the suggestions of crease of the eyes, mouth and forehead. But small gestures, a blink, a flare of his nostrils briefly reveal the lines of his face. The man's eyes rise from the go board and study the elders. He nods. Have been having strange dreams recently. I hear it happens around here. The 3 men exchange looks. Shu turns to you. What coincidence. Wasn't but an hour ago that we were all discussing the very thing. We have been having bad dreams, every one of us. Interesting. You mind sharing? What makes you think we'll be comfortable sharing our dreams with complete strangers? Seems like a good way to get ourselves in trouble, especially with you kids can do with the Matrix you all love so much. He turns his head. Phew. Don't mind him. He's always been a poor sport. But he raised a good point. Some of our dreams contain information best left private, just as yours do, I'm sure. Having just met, I'm sure you respect our personal information. Lao. I'll tell you. The younger man's voice cuts through the din like a razor, and the elders fall silent. He turns to you and he locks his eyes, dark orbs that burn with piercing scrutiny, onto yours. He nods and returns his gaze to the go. I believe you're trustworthy. Please, Cage, make yourself comfortable. I share my dream with you. I'm listening. He exhales slowly. I dreamed of a long, dingy hall. When faced with such a thing, one generally walks its length, so I lifted my right foot and placed it in front of me. But upon taking the first step, I found myself instead drawn down an alleyway to my left. It wasn't there before, this alley. It appeared only as I began to walk. As I moved down the alley, I found myself surrounded by friends and loved ones. They all stood there, silently watching me with smiles on their faces. As I passed each one of them, they fell to the ground in my wake, dropping like puppets with severed strings. Somehow, I knew that if I followed this road to the end, I could have everything I ever dreamed of, but I woke before I could reach it. He folds his hands in his lap. There's a moment's silence before Sue speaks up, the rosiness in his cheeks having drained away. I too saw the long hall. My own experience was different, however. The hall was far off in the distance, and I was looking in from a strange angle, as though it was perched on a wall high above. He pauses and looks at you. You know, young man, Cage, you look very much like the person I saw walking that hall. He moved suddenly down the path, walking at an even pace, and just behind him a great and terrible shadow followed. Of course, I didn't have the best view up here on the wall, or wherever I was. It could have been anyone. Perhaps this old mind of mine is seeing your face now and misremembering it, the dream. Let out a chuckle. Right, Jin, go ahead. Jin broods in the corner, arms crossed. I've changed my mind. I don't want to share my dream. Nonsense. Master Lao and I have both told our dreams. Now it's your turn. No. It's fine. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. He holds his palms up and looks at you. See? Straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have to. Jin. Lao's voice is firm but soft. This is important. Jin's mouth opens and closes like a gasping fish, but as he looks at Lao, his body relaxes and sadness seems Take a alright, but don't go on repeating any of this, you hear me. He takes a deep breath and slowly releases it, folds his hands in his lap. My dream began as a nightmare. I dreamed of the failures and mistakes that I've made throughout my life, the people I've let down, the competitors I've crushed, the wife who died in a hospice without me. I dreamed of the family that I abandoned. Change comes over him, his eyes brighten, and he continues energetically, but then I dreamed of the walled city. I stood before it and its doors opened to me, and when I passed inside, all my guilt fell away. So the city had absolved me, washed away my guilt, and I remember feeling happy. As his remembrance ends, so does his lightened mood. His face shrinks into a pout, and he stares grumpily at the ground. There, I did it. You happy? Lau nods. Thank you, Jin. You have my thanks too. Yeah, now can we change the subject? My ulcer's aching up. I guess you've been having around these parts longer than I have. It's something normal. If it were normal, we wouldn't have huddled around discussing them in whispers now, would we? Enough of that, Jin. Cage has asked in earnest for our advice. He deserves a proper response. Shu gives you a gentle smile. Please forgive our friend. Bitter years have left him suspicious of others. The answer to your question is no. Upsetting dreams have never been uncommon in Hio. But the recent visitations have been different. They have been darker, more vivid, stronger than normal dreams. Last night I felt consumed by the sense that something was coming. While my friends here felt a sense of relief and excitement as their dreams ended, I felt as though I was sitting on the precipice of some vast and terrible chasm, with a void yawning beneath my feet. Suddenly his cheeks flush. He blinks twice and looks away. But perhaps these are just the ramblings of an old man. Please forgive me. He scratches his nose, embarrassed. You speak wisely, Shu. It is foolish to embrace a thing you do not understand. What Jin and I saw in our dreams was alluring, but there is so much. But so is the light to them off. Your instincts are still strong and sharp, my old friend. It is wise of you to trust them. Shu bows deeply, his eyes to the ground. Thank you. I can only hope these dreams do lead to something beautiful. There's already enough deception in this world. Jin groans loudly. Can we go back to the game now? I don't want to keep you. Cool, stop by again sometime soon, Cage. Your company has been refreshing. Thanks. Good game. Appreciate it, young man. We'll be seeing you. Right. Well, that was a lot more reading. Why the hell that conversation didn't seem warranted. Parlor of Five Phases. No, I like the name. Let's go in. Crafty Zoo. A mild, sweet scent and slightly herbal is the first thing you notice upon entering this old shop. Its quarters are cramped, made smaller by a display case and furniture packed aside. The walls are lined with bookshelves, and the tables and chairs are stacked with old tomes. A few titles jump at you: Lucid Dreaming, an exploration of the inner self; Dream Logic, Nocturnal Visitations. Overall, the place was lived in, is still organised, not quite cluttered but close. More tea. Oh, necessary. So, I guess dreams, nightmares, and a dark, foreboding presence on the horizon will be the themes that you usually see. Milling around at the front of the store is a shopkeeper, lost in a book of her own. She's tall for a human, possibly close to 2 meters in height. Americans. Her physique is typical bookworm, not overweight, but you can't see any muscle definition either. Her wraparound tattoo covers her upper arms and shoulders, but where you're standing you can't quite make it out. She fidgets. Gradually her eyes rise from the book and lock onto you. Welcome! Don't believe I've seen you before. She sets down her book and sweeps a strand of black and pink hair from behind her ear. Name's Crafty. Cage, nice to meet you. She shakes She shakes your hand. Her grip is surprisingly firm. So Cage, what can I do for you? I've got spells, alchemical reagents, foci, whatever you want. Really. Might have to do some digging to find it, but it's magical around here. I'd like to see your wares. A shaman and ritual garb. I wonder... No, I'll see if there's a right click interface to sort of look... Chain lightning. The other character I was considering was called Raiden, and guess what? He uses lightning. So there's a new spell. Bolt lightning bounces the next closest to 2 characters. The first bounce has a range of 8 tiles, second range of 6. Nice. And spell foci. Initial level blood magic practiced by the mage. If target is damaged by the spell, caster gains... Hang on, so that's not a spell that just sounds like a spell. Heal wound, lightning bolt, mandible mind wipe. These are all kind of the usual. Hermetic fissure. Supposed to... Ah, nice. These are basically they go in your inventory and they just give you a buff. So they'll take the slot of a grenade, I imagine, or like a health pack. Plus 1 willpower, plus 1 charisma. That's $900 for plus 1 charisma. That's... wow. They're going to like shamans in this game. And then some fetishes. Shamanic Slave. A simple magically prepared set heals 4 base HP and a further... so it's a small heal over time. Huh. Right. To be honest, I don't want to get into any more conversation about dreams, because I feel that I'm jumping the gun a bit on that. I would like to find an arms dealer, if I'm in all honesty, or and a decker, a deckmeister, because you know that's what I do. I do like the dogs though. Come on, let me find someone that sells some guns. I want a better pistol than the shit I've got. Okay, maximum law. Tech stand. Hopefully you'll sense some sort of tech. Overhead, a gigantic hollow sign shines like a searchlight, screaming its message through the dim light. It hums and flickers, spluttering like an old engine. Fierce electrical crackles brightly burst out of the sign's emitter, stabbing your eyes and filling your ears with static. Oh, come off it with the descriptions already! Under the baleful glare of the sign, the rusty mini-barge's deck is stacked with electronics. Dilapidated stereos share space with crispy box servers, ranks of disks and memory chips, fill display cases padlocked under plexiglass. Ranks of disks? I really hope you mean hard disks and not just what we would consider media at the moment. A short human in his late 20s stands in the middle, hands on his hips, talking loudly in the air. Bulky virtual reality goggles cover his eyes, a data jack cable runs from his temple down the stained t-shirt to a belt load of clearly home-built computer hardware. No, I'm telling you, his voice is chipped. Nobody uses KM3s, like nobody, they're shit. I don't care what Dan says. Shyways SRP uses KM3s, they're stupid. Hey, flesh is running up, I gotta go. He turns to face you, goggles blank and enigmatic, blinking with tiny lights and wrapped in duct tape. He points at your PDA. I ripped that PDA, you work for kindly. He looks work impatiently. Yo, what do you want? Who are you? Servos, 1 and 2 lenses, goggles zoom in. Who am I? You're new here, I get it. You don't know about me yet, but you will. I'm one of the guys that keeps this neighborhood running. This is Law's Technology Palace, satellite territory of Wampa. You step on the boat, you're in sovereign state. I represent Wampa here, I'm Maximum Law. He draws himself proudly. The Maximum Law, yo. You got a tech problem? Boom, I solve it. You need software? Boom, done. But don't waste my time. So you got any business in Wampa right now? If not, I'm here for tech. Okay. Awesome, there's a better deck. I'll be having that. Deck. Ooh. See, I don't know how it works. So, let's go what we know. We like Blaster. We like Killer. We have Medic. And we like Sniffer. And I don't do them. Cargo Carrier. Ballistic nylon street clothing offer a bit of protection as well as many pockets to store tools and data jacks. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. Those, and I might come back and get Decrypt and Boost depending on how much. Okay, Doom. There you go. That's better. Yep. Confirm. Here for tech. I want to just sell that. Cool. Sell. Exit. Okay. I don't want to talk to you about any of your troubles. I'm looking for gear at the moment. I'm not here for small talk. If I'm about to go on my first Shadowrun, I want some better fucking gear. That's a pretty... The problem is he's talking about... That's a sign up here, guys. But that's so far away from him, you don't really realise that it's to do with him initially. Use intercom. Oh, that's the medical side of things, isn't it? Blah blah blah, we read that before. Press the buzzer. There's a crackling static, the brass voice answers. What do you want? Is this a medical clinic? No, it's Chicken Factory. What do you want? I'm looking for medical... I need a cyberdog. Yeah, that's me, but listen guy, I don't know you. I don't like people I don't know. Who sent you? I'm friends with Isabel and Goblet. Yeah, those two drag some real prizes out of the river. You get Nightjar to vouch for you, I'll consider giving you... Got it. You don't keep up, Nightjar's dead. There's a long silence. Crying shame if that's true, and I saw that one coming. So you just washed up with Isabel, huh? You know what that tells me? You're here today, and you'll be gone tomorrow. Okay, I'll keep my distance. Kylie will vouch for me. Yeah, you just idle your engine in there for a minute, and I'll check that out. The door gives several heavy metallic clicks as a dull rumble. Bolts sliding back. A green light flashes on the terminal. The door appears to be unlocked. You can enter the clinic. Examine the lobby. Not more tech. Oh, for crying out loud. The electronic furnace room has a built-out medical clinic and a machine shop. The area is alive with the rumble of furnaces and the hum of cooling fans is sweltering. The front area is most likely a homey coffee house and a clinic lobby. Comfortable old furniture, used dig parts, colouring books. Oh, look away. Fuck off. 10 armed uppers. The clinic just house a party. To be honest, sorry, I know I'm skipping this, but I cannot be arsed reading all this text. Hey, I'm Ambrose. He shouts cheerfully in English, his words piling together in a loose Midwestern accent. They call me Ten Arms. Welcome to the Kong, fellow Yucasan. He chuckles, his chest shaking with mirth. A Waldo arm springs to life and swings over to him. Its menacing metal pincer momentarily sets a cigarette between his lips, just long enough for him to inhale from it. Kindly says you're alright. What can I do for you? Show me your services. Sure thing. Tune-up or spare parts? What does cyberware? Okay. Oh, we've got a brain slot and a head slot. Oh, I've got skin. I wonder if we can get some skill wires. +1 dodge. Ares hand raisers, data jack, cyber spur, skill wires. Oh, that's a nice Seda Curb skill wires. +1 quickness, +1 range combat. Required cyber affinity 1 though. Ouch. They require what? And that requires cyber affinity 2. Lame. They require XP before you can start getting cyberware. The whole point of getting augments in the game is that it doesn't cost you XP. That's how Street Samurais progress. They use cash and they use XP to get better. Bone lacing, eye data jack, cyber arm, dermal plating goes in the skin. Vision. Oh, that's crap. Lame. Alright. See your services, medical supplies. What you got for me here? Yeah, lame. Goodbye, Ambrose. Wow, this has been another incredibly long episode, and we have nothing done. We haven't even left the map. Blimey. Let me find a gun dealer and some armor. I want my trench coat, and I want an Ares Predator. God damn you. Oh, please be someone that steals guns. Spider Shen, please be a gun merchant. Despite the wind and the rain pelting at the priorities of this store, a monk, oh great, is unconcerned, right. Monk's expression is different though hardly placid or serene. Muscles show tightly wound metal bands beneath the skin ready to snap in any direction without warning. What's more, the monk robes are anything but ordinary. Certainly silk makes up the base outfit, but it's paired with high impact ballistic armor, heavy duty boots and a bandolier of throwing knives. Oh my god. Blah blah blah. I am Monk Shen. Most people in here call me Spider Shen. On account of spiders back there. Weird. You're not local, not by a long shot. What tipped you off? Smile smokes quickly, 2 teeth. Body language, you're not afraid to look me in the eye for one. For another, your clothes, not in the fashion here in Hong Kong. Swords, knives, gloves, I sell it all. I make most of these, but if I can't, I've got friends who can. If you need incense or slaves for meditation, I make and sell those too. And if you are joint sakes, I can give you an acupuncture. So, what can I show you? Your wares. Right, so he's our adept. Nerve strike. That's new, I think. Well, that's a crap one. Bye. Give me a feckin' arms dealer. I'm gonna get really grumpy in a minute. Yep, I'm about to get really grumpy because I think I just ran around the entire place and there's no friggin' arms dealer. I've been all down there. Been to that shop there. I wonder if I'm missing another shop maybe. What about this building here? Is there anybody in there that I didn't go and see? Or did I miss somebody down here? Let's go all the way to the end in case I did miss somebody. All I want to do is buy a gun. What about the club maybe? Like most troll bouncers, this man is not of muscles, but absent are the myriad scars that come with age or indiscretion. His only blemishes are the bony skin growths common to his kind, and a single deep scar across the neck and collarbone. Watch yourself and nowhere else, we'll check your aerodynamics. How do you... Oh, come on, don't be so dumbass. How do you mean? Anyone causes trouble, I see how far I can throw them. No fighting, no killing, no sex trade. He lifts an arm, flexing. His muscles jump out, a massive serpents and steel cabling. His arm is easy to thick as most humans' waist. I don't mess around. Roger. Right, I wonder if there's a gun dealer in this club. Do you sell guns? Have a drink, friend. Have two, maybe something else. Not while on the job. You should have my job then. I'm the Prince of Club 88, chosen one I see. Part of the family that owns the place. You are a shrewd one, friend. I am the heir apparent and my birthright. Peddle chems to every sniffler that passes through our gates. What do you say? Need something to pick you up? Let's see what you have. Right, I've seen it. I found the dealer. Cram. I love cram. Alright, in case you're a weapons dealer. Welcome to Club 88. No killing, no fighting, no sex trade. I can respect that. I'm Cage. I'm Henry K. Fye. I suppose I own the place. If you're looking for guns, speak to my wife. If you're looking for farms, speak to my son Callum. And if you're looking for trouble, you'll be seeing my son Frederick briefly. I'll leave you be. Right, where's your wife? I found the arms dealer family. Come on, let me suck that door. Haha! Gun merchant! Success! Can I help you? You're in charge here, and don't you forget it. What do you have for sale? Firearms from all over the world, from Aries to water and everything in between. Let's take a look. Guns! And the piss. Really? Oh, come off it. They suck as far as pistols go. A Black Scorpion or a Fletcher Security. Give me a feckin' Ares Predator at least, man. Lame. Oh my god, that's atrocious. Okay. It's a slight upgrade. See, range combat 3. That requires range secure armoured clothing. That's the important thing though. And sell items, equipment. Sell that fucker as well. Confirm. Nice. Coolio. Alright, new gun with smart link, new deck, some new programs, and confirm. Come back anytime. Nope, goodbye. Oh shit. Ah, there we go. Yes, we have the black trench coat. That's better. Now I look like a feckin' Shadowrunner. Thanking you. Right. I want to get out. Give me the bloody... There you go, Waterfront. Right. We are set up now. Actually, no. I'm going to go and get those two programs because I think I can have enough cash. Right. What have we got for there? Yoink. Do I want boost or do I want that? I'm going to get that, just give me some spare cash still. Confirm. Confirm. Right, awesome. See you later, Law. Right. Huzzah! Right. We know what we're doing. Well, we don't know what we're doing, but we're good to go. That's an entire episode of some narrative and some shopping. I apologise, guys, for it not being a bit more dynamic. But these descriptions are getting ridiculous. Simply put. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong. I hope to see you all on the next. Ciao, chummers.